Hello, my name is Elvin and welcome to Accent on Cars. In today's episode, I'm gonna show you how your dealer, Mercedes-Benz dealerships, changes oil in your Mercedes, which in my mind is the most effective and the easiest way of changing oil. Also in the second half of the video, I'm gonna show you how to change cabin air filter and oil cap in your W211 Mercedes AMG. So that's another reason for you to watch till the end. Alright, let's get started. Let me explain why I even thought about this video. If you have done an oil change on W211, pretty much any W211, but specifically in this case in W211 AMG, then you must have noticed for yourself that changing oil is pain in the neck. In order to change oil, you have to remove the underbody plastic trace to get to the oil bolt, the drain bolt, right? So in this case, there are like 3 underbody plastic bits covering the bottom of the car, and they completely block your access to the oil plugs. So in AMGs, there are actually 2. There might be like even more, but most people when they change their oil, they undo 2 drain bolts. One is the main one from the oil pan. Another one is over here under the front, driver side, under the bumper. There's an additional bolt for draining oil from the oil cooler. So if you undo both of those bolts, all the oil is supposed to come out, and you should be able to put 9.5 or 9.3 quarts, which is about 9 liters of oil in the case of E63. So E55 or E550s may have different capacity. Check your manual. I always wondered, how come Mercedes could not design it better? How come they couldn't make a little window for the oil bolt to be removed, like in the case of BMW, for example, or many other manufacturers? Such a experienced car manufacturer didn't think about it. It always bothered me. Those of you who've been watching my channel, I take very good care of this car. I change my oil every 3,000 to 4,000 miles. To go through that process every 4,000 miles is a lot. So I picked up the phone and I called almost every dealership around here in Massachusetts, and I asked them, I said, how do you guys do that? Why is it designed this way? And all of them said the same: we don't drain.
What a twist!
Yes, I know, I was shocked too, but they said we don't drain. We just use the suction cup, or the suction things, to suck the oil out from the engine. So this is it. This is the extractor, and let me show you what it is, where to get it from, and how it works. You could get any brand. I got this brand from Amazon, and it's been working well. It's been working great. You want to get the large one, especially for the AMG. This one holds about 9 liters of oil, which is how much oil this engine takes. And the way this works is it really just consists of the main barrel and this pipe, or hose rather, plastic hose, and you insert the end of it you just remove, and you want to do it when the engine is relatively warm. It will be easier to get the oil out. You remove the dipstick and you shove that plastic hose in it. When you do that, make sure you don't force it. If it doesn't go, you don't want to force it. Pull it out, pull it back in. Also, don't make an assumption that it's all the way in. Sometimes it just feels like it has reached the bottom, but it hasn't, and you want to keep pushing until it really reaches the bottom and reaches the oil pan. And then what you do is you just start pumping it, and it works as a suction pump. It starts filling up with the oil and gets all the oil out of the engine. Now, if you are a purist, just like I am, then you might be screaming in your head right now and saying, Alvin, what the heck? Why are you recommending? This is not the right way. It doesn't get all the oil out. And to test that theory, I tried this twice. I basically used this extractor to extract all the oil, and then I put the car on the lift, so I didn't have camera on me to film it, but I put the car on the lift and I undid both bolts from the main drain and from the oil cooler over here in the front, And believe it or not, there was only half of little Coca-Cola cans of oil left, which is about 150 milliliters, 200 milliliter of oil at most left in the engine. Now, if you are a purist, you want to get all of it out, of course, the best method is to undo all the bolts, drain bolts, and wait like overnight so that all of it drips out. But if you are changing your oil regularly and as fast as I do, like as frequent as I do, every 4,000 miles at most, then what is that 150 milliliters of oil remaining in the engine is gonna do? Realistically, even if there was like half a liter or like a little more than half a quart of oil left in the engine, even that would not make much difference if you are changing your oil frequently, because again, this engine takes 9 liters or 9.3 or 9.4 quarts of oil, and that's a lot of good quality oil you are putting in there. So this is how the dealer does it. And obviously they don't use the manual pump, they have like electric large ones, but still I have like connections at the dealerships. One service guy told me, the service manager told me that that's their method for all AMGs. Even if you bring the like a McLaren or GT3 or GTR to them, that's their method. They never touch the drain plug, so why would you, right? This is a lifesaver. This is so much easier, and it doesn't cause the mess. You know, when you do bolts, it always like spills on your garage or driveway. This is so clean. All right, I hope this was a good tip. Now on to part 2, and we're gonna be changing cabin air filter and the oil can. I'm sorry, and the oil cap. Now this oil cap over here, it is leaking some oil. I can't even say it's leaking. You can see there's a little yellowish over here. It's kind of like sweating, and I know some of you might say it's negligible, but not on this car, man. Nothing gets neglected in this car. Nothing gets neglected. Everything should be taken care of, or I'm losing my sleep. So we're gonna be changing this, and then we're gonna be changing the cabin air filter. I'm using this one. This is a brand new filter from MAN, like the new type, Freshest Plus or whatever. It has, you know, some antibacterial stuff in it. This is like more advanced than their regular filter. This is the new OEM filter cap. In case anybody needs the part number, this is the part number, and it just looks so cool, doesn't it? Nice, new, with the new brand new gasket. Alright, so after removing that plastic cover, you will see that the housing is being held in its place by just this bolt over here. I believe this is 10 millimeter. You undo this, just like this, don't lose it, and then you kind of pull this up and take out, just like this. That's it. You can see this is a little dirty, not too much, but it always helps to change this at least once a year. And this is our new filter. It's brand new. You can see that this one has activated carbon charcoal in it, and it clears the air just great. And so installation is in reverse order. That's it for today, guys. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please thumbs up and subscribe. See you in the future episodes.